One fine morning, deep in the heart of the Enchanted Forest, something most extraordinary happened. All the woodland creatures had gathered by the sparkling stream for their morning drink, when, to their great surprise, the water began to shimmer with a golden glow. "Oh, look!" cried Timmy the rabbit, twitching his nose in excitement. "The water's turning gold!" Sally, the clever squirrel, scampered up a nearby tree to get a better view. "It's not just the water, it's the whole stream. It's glowing like sunshine," she exclaimed. The animals all gathered in a circle, watching in wonder as the golden water sparkled and rippled, flowing gently over the pebbles and under the twisted roots of the trees. But just as they were all staring in amazement, something even more magical happened. Pop! A tiny fairy with wings that shimmered like raindrops appeared from the water, giggling with delight. "Hello, everyone," she said, her voice high and tinkling like a bell. The animals gasped in surprise. Did a fairy just pop out of the water?" asked Benny the badger, his eyes wide with wonder. "Yes, indeed," the fairy laughed, fluttering around. "This is no ordinary water. It's golden water, the magic water that makes fairies appear when it's happy and full of joy." As the golden water rippled, more and more fairies began to pop out, their tiny forms sparkling in the sunshine. There were fairies of all shapes and sizes, with wings that sparkled like diamonds, feathers that shimmered like rainbows, and even one or two wearing little crowns made of flowers. "Oh, this is such fun," one of the fairies said as she twirled in the air, her wings fluttering with excitement. "We haven't had a golden water celebration in years." "What's a golden water celebration?" asked Sally the squirrel, her eyes wide with curiosity. "It's when the golden water flows so happily that it calls all the fairies to come and dance," the first fairy explained. "We dance and play, and the water sparkles brighter than ever." Just as she said this, the stream seemed to glow even more brightly, and the golden water sparkled like 1,000 little stars. The fairies fluttered and danced above the water, singing songs that made the trees sway and the flowers bloom even more brightly. The animals watched in awe as the fairies twirled and spun, their laughter filling the air like the sweetest music. The fairies invited everyone to join in the fun. "Come and dance with us, everyone," called a fairy with a crown of daisies. "The more who join, the merrier it gets." Timmy, Sally, and Benny looked at one another, their faces lighting up with joy. They joined hands and began to hop and skip around the golden stream, following the fairies in their merry dance. Even the birds above began to sing along, and the trees seemed to sway in time with the music. The little animals and the fairies danced and played, their laughter echoing throughout the enchanted forest. It was a day full of magic, sunshine, and joy. The stream sparkled with golden water, and the fairies popped in and out, making everyone laugh even more. As the sun began to set, the fairies slowly floated back into the golden water, their laughter still ringing in the air. "Thank you for dancing with us," they called, waving their tiny hands. "We'll see you again when the golden water calls us back." With a final pop, the last fairy disappeared into the stream, leaving behind only the soft golden glow of the water and the happy sounds of the forest. The animals, tired but full of joy, sat down by the stream, watching the golden water sparkle in the fading light. "That was the best day ever," Timmy said, smiling contentedly. "Magical," Sally agreed, curling up on a branch. "I hope the golden water calls us again soon." And from that day on, whenever the golden water appeared in the stream, the animals knew that the fairies would come to dance, and the enchanted forest would be filled with the happiest magic in the world.